Hello everyone. I want to share a very vital information about Davido and his contribution towards the unity of Nigeria. Just pay attention. Davido Adeleke just wedded yesterday with Chioma, an Igbo girl. If you did pay close attention to the most of the trending videos about the wedding activities, there is a video where fans was congratulating him, praising him on how far he have gone and the arrangement of the wedding. And he was busy shouting in that video, "Nobody fit do am for this Nigeria." He said, "Nobody fit do am for this Nigeria." When it comes to think of that word, those sentences he make, "Nobody fit do am for this Nigeria," it actually makes sense to me. Because why? When you look at the wedding activities, you can tell that Davido have love. He have a natural love for Nigerians. And only him can do whatever he did in that his wedding. A wedding that was organized and suited in Lagos. But the majority of people who attended that wedding was Igbo guys and some foreign international personnel, excluding Yoruba guys. There is only few Hausas there. But let me come to the point. Davido saying nobody fit do am for this Nigeria is because why? He was proud of himself bringing Nigerians together, Igbos, Yorubas, some international personnel, Hausas together in his wedding, celebrating with him. I see some governors there and some billionaire Igbo businessmen. They were there enjoying, having fun and celebrating with Davido. It was a remarkable celebration. The reason why I said it was a remarkable celebration was because of the gathering of brethren. All the Nigerians were there. And then when it comes to look at his contribution towards the unity of Nigeria, you can tell, because all the Igbo guys that I know who are successfully in business and become billionaire, they made it only because they keep on extending their business acumen to other tribes of Nigeria like Yorubas and Hausa, but mostly Yorubas. Just take a look at Davido's wedding. People like Obi Kubanas, they were there. Obi Kubana tweeted, "It was one of the book." It was one of the book, meaning it was very remarkable. Davido wearing Igbo cultural attire on his wedding day was what practically made him be proud of what he said, "Nobody fit do am." But who made it to be like that? It was the wife. He extended his love and business acumen outside Yoruba tribe. That is why he managed to find love in Igbo. Now he met his wife. During the wedding, he was wearing Igbo cultural attire. That Igbo cultural attire in this Chivido 2024 fully got me to understand his interest towards the unity of Nigeria. When it comes to this thing of Igbo guys having problem with Fulanis and some other tribe of Nigeria, let me make you to understand something. Just take a look at what happened in 1983 when Shehu Shagari chased all the foreigners outside Nigeria, mostly Ghanaians. That was when Ghana Must Go was come to an existence. Now, Ghanaian government tried their best to see how they can resolve the matter. But Shehu Shagari was so much concerned about illegal foreigners. This was before democracy was established in Nigeria. When it comes to talk about democracy, what is democracy? I'm very pretty sure that most Igbo guys don't understand how democracy works, but they go to other people's country and be fighting for their right. Just take a look at what is happening in South Africa. South Africa said they don't want Zimbabweans in their country. Zimbabweans are criminals, Zimbabweans are doing that, Zimbabweans are doing the other ones. And same thing with Nigerians. They don't want Nigerians, Nigerians are doing that, Nigerians are doing what. But when it escalates to serious matters like fighting or other things, they named it xenophobic. The reason why they named it xenophobic is because they are doing this to a particular people, that is black people. So we Igbo guys who is having problem to Fulanis or some other tribe of Nigeria, I want you to understand that Ghana must go was done before democracy. Now there is democracy. The only thing you should understand that crime doesn't have a color. If Hausa man steal, he must face the consequences according to the rule of law. If Yoruba man steal, he must face the consequences according to the rule of law. If Igbo man steal, he must face the consequences according to the rule of law. Same goes to foreigners who are not Nigerians. Crime doesn't have a color. You cannot say this person is killing farmers or this person is doing this and then therefore his own punishment is going to be different. No. The problem we are having in Nigeria is not actually that. The problem we are having in Nigeria is because of language. They use language to divide Nigeria into so many pieces. Some time ago, a friend was asking me the solution I have in uniting Nigeria. I said to him, the only solution that I have is to start educating the poor, because their mindset, this mindset is the biggest challenge to the poor. So by the time we start educating the poor, it will be easy for the poor to understand how these things work. So when it comes to educating the poor, we must also look forward establishing a system that will enable all our kids to learn Igbo, Hausa and Yoruba in their schools as one of the basic studies they must learn from school, mostly those ones who attend primary and nursery school. Imagine when my son start going to a school like primary school and they teach him Hausa, he end up knowing how to speak Hausa or Yoruba very fluently. He comes home and be speaking that Hausa with me or Yoruba with me. I will be forced to learn everything because the curiosity of kids, when they come home, they will ask you a lot of questions as their parents. So if it can be easy, I will advise the Ministry of Education in Nigeria to establish a system in order to add all these three major languages in Nigeria as the basic studies kids must go across with during their primary school, even secondary school. Because why? By the time I start speaking Hausa or Yoruba as an Igbo man very fluently, I will no longer see them as a foreigner. I will no longer see them as my enemy. I will no longer see them as any other thing, because when I sit in their midst, anything they talk, I will hear. If we have to joke together, we joke together. If we have to do business together peacefully, we do business together peacefully. Then all these, okay, look at this Davido's wedding. A lot of billionaires was there, politicians was there, many people was there. But who are the people fighting for this tribalism in Nigeria? Is the poor. Politicians don't preach tribalism. They don't, when they meet in their political parties, they become one umbrella. But the people fighting to themselves is the poor. Ask me why. Because the poor don't know the added value of extending business acumen to the world. So Davido saying nobody fit do am for this Nigeria, he was very right. He made it because he married Igbo girl. It's very remarkable. It can never go away from this world. It will remain in the history of Nigeria. That Igbo girl he married made most of Igbos to come and support him in a different way. It was a very great honor to see a Yoruba man speaking very confidently, saying nobody fit do am. I'm not making this video because Shoma is from Imo State. Maybe I'm just trying to be on her side as my younger sister. No, I'm making this video for you to understand his interest towards the unity of Nigeria. It worries me a lot. Outside Nigeria, sometimes people see, when they hear Nigeria, they believe that Nigeria is this and that, right? But who are the people causing this thing? It's mostly Igbos and Yoruba. Hausas, they don't travel. They hardly travel, not they don't travel. They hardly travel. They can only travel for a holiday, or maybe if there is a job opportunity that they are sure of before they leave Nigeria. They don't travel just to go and find something doing like the way Igbos and Yorubas are doing. So who are the people causing this? People calling us names outside Nigeria is mostly Igbos and Yorubas. And at the same time, they always fight for their right in another man's country. That is democracy. Democracy makes everyone to be equal. You cannot have a problem with a Fulani man because he committed a crime. If the person commits a crime, report to the police. You have a right to report to the police and start following the case to see how the case is going, to make sure this person is found guilty and prosecuted. The same law that is guiding you as an Igbo man is also guiding foreigners. Whatever Shehu Shagari did in 1983 to chase foreigners out, he can't do it now. Nobody can do it now anymore because there is democracy. He did it back then because there was no democracy. Now there is democracy. Even Ghanaians have right in Nigeria. So when it comes to look at this thing of people having problem with Fulanis, I'm referring to Fulanis because most of this insecurity in Nigeria are being caused by Fulanis, both in the east and the north. The east are fighting to divide Nigeria into two because they have problem with Fulanis. Fulanis are doing Boko Haram, but it's something related with politics because I am very pretty sure there are some politicians benefiting from the insecurities caused by the Fulanis related with Boko Haram issues. So all of these things are being caused by the Fulanis. But all we have to do is to keep educating the poor. Now, the question is, who is the poor among us? Is it the Fulanis or the Igbos? This is a question you have to ask yourself. Is it necessary for dividing Nigeria, or is it necessary for you to understand the meaning of democracy? When it comes to Nigerians, look at now. Ghanaians you chase out of Nigeria in 1983. You chase millions of Ghanaians, send them back to their country. Now Ghana is more like a second home to Nigerians. Imagine if Ghana and other countries turn against Nigerians and send all of them back home because of maybe crime one person committed. If one person commits a crime, that person must face his consequences. It must not be generalized. So if all the countries Nigerians are sitting start deporting all Nigerians because of one Nigerian committed a crime there, it means Nigeria will be a war zone, because when all the youth comes back, it will be a war zone. So what I'm trying to say is that we must not in any way fail to acknowledge or to practice democracy in Nigeria. Davido is very good an example of what democracy and the unity of Nigeria could look like. He must be an example of how you should live your life. Extend your business acumen to other tribes in Nigeria. Yorubas, Hausas, Fulanis, just be peaceful. If one person commits a crime, whether it's your own Igbo brother or your own Yoruba brother or your own Hausa brother, all you have to do is to report to the police. Do you know one special good thing about internet? When you promote your business on the internet, it reaches everyone. It doesn't have a color. A white person can patronize you in your business. A black person can patronize you in your business. Even Chinese can patronize you in your business. So when it comes to reality, I don't see the reason why you should limit the people you do your business with. Extending your business acumen to the world is the only way you can go very far in business. Imagine if you have 1 million Yorubas supporting you in your business, 1 million Hausas supporting you in your business, 1 million Igbos. That is 3 million. But when you focus only in your own tribe, it means your business will not expand. So we should not look at what is happening with our political crisis. Politics will always remain politics. Politicians don't have enemy. The reason why politicians don't have enemy, because politics is a business and they cannot run any other business than politics. So when you are a politician, you should not create an enmity, because there is possibility of you working with that person you call enemy tomorrow in the parliament. So during campaign, I understand they do some strategies just to gain votes. But you must not listen to politicians during campaign. Don't use whatever that is happening at the parliament. If you have any issue related to how parliament is being regulated, or people or ministers or anything, there are proper procedure of reporting to such things. It's not something that can be done on the internet. Even if you have to protest against marginalization or anything, there is something we call peaceful protest. Peaceful protest, before all this thing of people coming out crowd, used to be only written a letter. You write a letter, you send it to the relevant people, they read it. Then another peaceful protest is people walking peacefully. Whatever protest that is happening in Kenya right now, people going to the parliament, destroy many things, those are very condemned. I condemn it. That is not peaceful protest. So most of that kind of violence mostly happens in black community, but it's very wrong. When you see the truth, you must call it the truth. You call a spade a spade. You don't try to say things because you want to please a particular people. No. Whatever you do, don't create enemy, because you might create enemy that will affect your own personal life. You can come now trying to be fighting for whatever in Nigeria, and then when you try to establish your business, due to you already damage your image on the internet, your business will not grow. So whatever you're doing, preaching peace, love, and unity should be your #1 priority. That is the fundamental base of democracy.